Hello again, my kindergartners. It's me, your friendly neighborhood sheep, Miss Oak. I hope everyone's having a great day today. We're going to get started on some reading. And for reading today, we're going to begin with our objective. Let me move it on over so that you guys can see. All right, I'm going to start and you repeat. Objective is what we are going to learn. That. Just had to throw in a little sheep action. Okay, I will flip it over now. I'm going to read it and then I'm going to read and point. I can identify words with the D sound. Remember, we're talking about this letter right here. Let's see if you remember what it's called. Letter D, very good, D. Now, we've already been working on hearing words that have the D sound in the beginning, but today we're going to go to the end of words and listen for that D sound at the end. Now, this is very exciting. We are also going to start blending some sounds today. So what does that mean? Let me tell you. Blending means that we're going to be putting more letters together and actually start reading some little words. Now, when we blend, I want you to think about our sound hound here. Think about our sound hound. And I brought along my friend Burr here to be an example. Let's pretend Burr is a dog and not a bear because I wouldn't actually want you petting a bear, but we're going to pretend like we're petting a dog. So I'm pretending that Burr is my sound hound. And just like sound hound, Burr has a beginning, his head, a middle, his body, and an end with his little tail. Now, if I wanted to pet a dog, would I go like this? No, he doesn't like that. We don't pet dogs from the back. That would be so silly. I wouldn't want to pet a dog's butt. But I would pet a dog from their head like this. Oh, nice doggy, nice doggy. Now, when we read words, we also go from the beginning through the middle to the end with our sounds. From the beginning through the middle to the end. Am I going? No. Boop, boop, boop. That's not petting. I'm not patting him in different spots. I'm going through his body from the beginning through the middle to the end. Nice and smooth. When we blend our words, we want to do that same thing. We want to go from the beginning through the middle to the end. So today, we're going to be focusing on hearing that D sound at the end of the word. And we're going to start blending some of our sounds together. So exciting. Let's get started. All right, so let's warm up our ears. Remember, we're going to be listening for the D sound today at the end of our words. So we want to warm up our ears. Now, let me remind you a little bit about our friend Doc. Remember, she loves to fix things. And let's say like maybe one of her dolls, their arm fell off. Then she would sew it up with a needle and thread. Now listen to that word thread again. Thread, thread. What sound do you hear at the end of the word? Thread. It's the D sound that letter D makes. Let's see what other words we can hear that have the D sound at the end. I'm going to show you some pictures. If you hear the D sound at the end of the word, give me a thumbs up. If you don't, give me a thumbs down. Remember, we're listening for the ending sound now, not the beginning sound, all the way to the end of the word. Here is our first word, sled. Sled. What sound do you hear at the end of sled? Is it the letter D sound? Sled. Yes, it is. We hear the letter D sound at the end of sled. Sled. There it is. There's our D sound at the end. Let's do another word. Sun. Sun. Do you hear the d sound at the end of sun? Yes or no? sun. No, we do not hear the D sound at the end of sun. I hear a N sound. Sun. Not the D sound. So thumbs down. All right, our next word is hand. Hand. Do you hear the D sound at the end of hand? Yes or no? Yes, we do. Hand. I hear the D sound at the end of hand. It ends in the letter D. Very good. Okay, your next word is pig. Pig. Do you hear the D sound at the end of pig? Yes or no? Pig. No, we do not hear the D sound. We hear the G letter G sound, not the letter D sound. Nice job. Your next word is salad. 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 Do you hear the D sound at the end of salad? Yes or no? Yes, salad ends in the D sound. Salad. It ends in the D sound. Nice work. Okay, your last word is clock. Clock. Does clock end in the D sound? Clock. No, it does not. It ends in a k sound, not the letter D sound. Nice work. I think our ears are warmed up. Let's get out our Doc student book and open up to page 7. It's time to do some blending. Okay, so now we are on page 7 of our Doc student book. We're going to listen to our instructions.
When you hear this sound, point to the letters on your page and say the sounds.
Gee, I guess I sure have a lot to keep me busy today. These 4 toys all make the wrong noise, and I've got to figure out how to fix them so they make the right noise. Let's see. I think I'll wind them all up so I can see what sounds they make now. I'd better take these one at a time. I'll turn them on. Whew, that's better. Now first let's see what's wrong with this little baby doll.
Point to the letters in the orange speech balloon next to the doll's head. Blend the letter sounds and say da, da.
Okay, so we're gonna blend our 2 letters together. We have a D and an A. Remember, D says D and A says ah, ah. So we're gonna blend them together. And remember, just like we did with our friend pretending you a sound hound, when we blend, we go from the first letter, the beginning, through the middle to the end. Nice and smooth. So we don't want to say D, ah, we want to say da, da. Now you try it. Point to the letters, point to each letter and run your finger under it, kind of like you're petting a teeny tiny caterpillar. Da, da. Nice work, you guys. Da, da. Oh my goodness, we're reading.
I think my doll's a little mixed up. She says da-da, da-da now, but she used to say mama, mama. Something must be wrong with her winder. I'll try tightening this screw here. Now I'll try her again. Oops, that's not right. I think I tightened the screw too much. I'll make it looser.
to the letters in the green speech balloon above the clock. Blend the letter sounds and say "ock, ock."
Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing over here. I see some letters. I see an O and a C. I remember that O says ah and C says k. So I'm gonna blend them together. Remember, just like I'm petting a dog, blending nice and smooth, not pat, pat. So I don't want to say ah, k. I want to blend it together. Awk, 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 awk. Use your finger and trace under the letters like you're petting a teeny tiny caterpillar. Awk, awk. Now you try. Great job, you guys! I wonder what that clock is supposed to sound like. Let's find out.
Awk, 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 awk. Clock should say tick-tock, not awk, awk. Maybe this clock needs a little oil on its gears. Uh-oh, I think I put oil on the wrong gears. I'll try putting some on these small gears. Ockity-ickity! I think that gear is backwards. I'll turn it around. There! Tick-tock is a better sound for a clock to make than awk-awk. Well, I wonder what's wrong with this poor old toy duck. I'll wind him up and see.
Point to the letters in the blue speech balloon above the duck. Blend the letter sounds and say ack, ack.
Okay, let's look at this duck here. I see some letters A and C. I remember that A says ah and C says k. So we're gonna blend them together like we're petting a dog, nice and smooth. Not ack, but ack, ack. Let's use our finger like we're petting a teeny tiny caterpillar. Ack, ack. Now you try. Great job, you guys! Ack, ack. But that doesn't seem like what a duck should say. Let's find out if Doc can fix her duck.
Ack, ack. Seems like the duck is trying to say quack, quack, but he can't say the whole word. Maybe this nail should be hammered in tighter. Oh no! Now the poor duck has hiccups. Maybe I should take that nail out, not hammer it in. There, good. Quack, quack sounds more like a duck than ack, ack. And last of all is this rooster. Now it's a rooster's job to wake up all the animals by crowing cock-a-doodle-doo every morning. Let's see what this rooster says.
Point to the letters in the yellow speech balloon above the rooster. Blend the letter sounds and say ka, ka, ka.
I see some letters here. I see letter C and letter O. I remember that C says k and O says ah, ah, ah. So let's blend them together like we're petting a dog. Nice and smooth. Ka, ka, ka. Now you try and use your finger like you're petting a teeny tiny caterpillar. Ka, ka, ka. Nice job, you guys! But that doesn't sound like cock-a-doodle-doo. Let's see if Doc can fix her rooster.
Well, caw, caw, caw isn't going to wake up anybody. This rooster needs a spring tightened. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Oh no, gobble, not a turkey. Gobble, gobble. Honk, honk. Oh no, not a goose either. Honk. they all sound now. Mama, 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 mama. It's good to have everything working again.
Let's go back and say the sounds the toys made before Doc fixed them. What did the doll say? Blend the letter sounds with me. Da, da.
Da, da.
What did the clock say? Blend the letter sounds with me. Ock, ock.
Ock, ock.
What did the duck say? Blend the letter sounds with me. Ack, ack.
Ack,
What
ack.
did the rooster say? Blend the letter sounds with me. Caw, caw, caw.
Caw, caw, caw. Nice job, you guys. We were blending. How cool is that? Woohoo! All right, let's do a little bit more practice. Here I am on page 8. So turn your book to page 8. You're just going to be turning the page one time to this page right here. Very good. Now, on this page, I see some toys that Doc has. I see a doll, a gas station, a costume, and a cat. Now, I also see some little words up here. We are going to be sounding out. We're going to be blending these letter sounds into little words and figuring out which ones match the beginning sounds of the toys. So let's look at what we have up here. I see an orange. I see 2 orange letters, a C and an A. Now, if I wanted to blend those sounds together, what would it sound like? I know that letter C says K and letter A says ah. Now, I want to blend those together, nice and smooth. I'm going to use my finger under each one and blend them. Ka, ka. Which one of my toys starts with the ka sound? Which one has that sound at the beginning of the word? What do you think? Which one has it at the beginning of the word? Is it the doll? Does doll start with ka? No. Does gas station? Does it start with ka? No. What about costume? No. What about cat? Cat. Oh my goodness, I hear the ka sound at the beginning of cat. Okay, so that means that this word matches the cat. This is the beginning of the word cat. Now I see it's written in orange. I'm going to show that those match by coloring my cat orange. So go ahead and grab an orange crayon and we're going to color in our cat orange to show that it begins with this letter blend, ka. Right, so I colored in my cat orange to show that ka is the first blend of letters that we hear at the beginning of cat. Look at our next blend here. I see a G and an A. Now, what sound does letter G make? It says G. And what sound does letter A make? It says ah. So we want to blend those sounds together, nice and smooth. I'm going to use my finger to blend the sounds. Ga, ga, g, ah, ga, ga. Okay, Which one of these toys starts with the ga sound? Is it the doll, the gas station, or the costume? It's not the doll, not the costume. The gas station, gas station. Very good. I hear the gas sound at the beginning of gas station. So I'm going to color my gas pumps blue to show. Very good. Now I see that ga is written in blue. So to show that this blend matches with the gas station, I'm going to color my gas pumps blue. All right, I colored my gas pumps blue to show that ga matches the word gas, like in gas station. In this blend, I see the letters D and O. Now, what sound do we hear in D and O? D and ah. So we're gonna blend those together. Da. I'm gonna use my finger now. Da. Da. Which one of these toys, a doll or a costume, starts with da? It's the doll. Doll. We hear the d and the ah sound. Doll. Very good. Now I see that the doll is written in green. So I'm going to color my doll green to show that that doll begins with the doll blend. All right, so I colored my doll in green to show that she matched the daw sound. Now let's look at our last sound. I have a C and an O. And the C says k, O says ah. So let's blend those sounds together, the k and the ah sound. Caw, caw. And our last toy is a costume. So we hear the caw sound at the beginning of costume. Now I see that it is written in purple, so I'm going to color my costume in purple. All right, so I colored in my costume in purple to show that it matched this blend, caw. Nice work. Oh my goodness, we did some awesome blending today. Now you have one page to do for homework for practice. Okay, so open up to practice page 29. Practice page 29. Now on this page, you're going to be looking at blending. You're going to be looking at some of those broken toys that Doc had told us about. Remember we heard about those broken toys and they were saying those silly things? Before she fixed them, they were saying things like caw, 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 awk, awk, da, da, and ack, ack. I want you to glue these blends to the toy that said those words. So you're going to glue the blending sounds and the talk bubbles into the box of the toy that said those words. And then I want you to take a video reading it to me. So I'll give you one hint. I remember that the baby doll said, da, da. So I would cut that out and glue it here. And then to show my homework, I would show this page and I would point to it and read it with my fingers. Da, da. Just like that. I want to hear you reading the blends out. All right, you guys, I can't wait to see your homework. I'll check in with you later.